5 participants of Defend Atlanta Forest movement entered construction site of police training facility known as Police City on Thursday morning and chained themselves to a bulldozer. This isn't the first direct action by Stop Cop City protesters to halt construction the massive facility, but it is of renewed importance just 2 days after Georgia prosecutors announced charges extreme racketeering against 61 other movement activists. The charges filed Tuesday under Georgia's sweeping Blackmail Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, known as RICO, are an effort to cool the movement and portray one of the most resilient anti-racist environmental efforts in history as a criminal enterprise. In response, activists on the ground choose solidarity and hold their ground. First, activists want to make sure that Police City, which will become the largest police training facility in the country and destroy important black majority forest land, is never built. Thursday's action also makes clear that efforts to criminalize all social movements will only invite further resistance. All 5 protesters, including 2 Unitarian Universalist clergy, were arrested by DeKalb County Police. These 5 people have been detained and we are working with Georgia Bureau of Investigation on charges against them, the department told Atlanta Journal-Constitution. This is only the latest example of Georgia law enforcement responding with a harsh, multi-agency response to typical acts of civil disobedience. Police also shot down and seized drone belonging to a documentary crew trying to film the construction site protest, as possible violation of press freedom. Despite repressive tactics, authorities seeking disenfranchise the community and accuse protesters domestic terrorism and RICO. People faith will continue to take action, resist militarization our society, said Reverend Dave Dunn, who was among those arrested. In a statement released by the organizers, Thursday's action offers a challenging lesson in how movement participants can choose to react when faced with government repression. The efforts of police, government leaders, and prosecutors to crush the Defend Atlanta Forest movement were truly extraordinary. The accusations of domestic terrorism RICO against protesters are intended to intimidate us or divert all our energies and resources into supporting the arrested protesters, said Darcy, who lives in Atlanta as a participant in the movement. Darcy, like many others in the movement, hid his last name for fear of retaliation by law enforcement. It's an understandable choice, given how weak the grounds for arrest and serious charges are. Clerics and students have closed construction of Cop City today, showing that ordinary people can take bold action to prevent this facility from being built, and that our greatest protection against oppression is a winning move, they said. The extensive 109-page RICO indictment portrays the dicentra